Sleep na ni, sleep na. Sige na. Sleep na. Sleep na Ling. Sige na. Hey, shout out. Kamusta yung lakadong? Kamusta yung lakadong ganina? Nataod na? Crank. Shout out. Na makakita. Today, ayo. Mayo, good. Ling, sleep na Ling. Sige na. Sige na, dito na. Pasok lang guys, pasok. Tara, usap tayo. Kailangan ko ng kausap. Sino dyan pwedeng kausap? Kinsa ang libre dira, kinsa ang libre. Musta? Pasok lang, pasok. Nanang Rose. Sinugula sa ito. Hayaan muna natin sila, bebe. Shout out Johnny. A.K.A. Dudong. Dong i-share po na dong para kabalo po sila ba. Bago na dito.
Ada mag-skill na na tadi.
Lupa.
Lupa ka? Sige, biyak ko pa dula na sa una.
Kamusta guys?
Pastor na Japan ka na dade. Dade. Gusto ka kanain mo karakter dade. Wala pala kita tiba eh.
Balik na pud ko. Balik na pud ko sa kuan. Naka-ulats.
Naka-ulats. Pwede biya na madalos. Ano? Ba ilagi na? Laki dati. Alele mo ang unak ko. Wow. Kasi nag-drive na. Kasi so na nabigat na. Dala lagi ka malanda din. Sabi din kayo dyan, no? Bakit ko sa'yo? Oh, banana lagi na. Wala ko kabaluan na. Banana daw dati. Banana. Banana ba? Banana. Ito sa'yo. Lag mo yung road. Aray! Ambak-ambakay! Aray! Ambak-ambakay! Aray, nandito, no? Ito.
Pabiat. Laga kayo eh. Lag mo kayo eh.
Dapat sniper din, no? Si Kuya bakit? Kaya gano'n daw siya ma-soldier. Sabi alam siya ma-soldier.
Okay, soldier naman ko.
Goni. Lisi na, bebe.
Sige na, sleep na. Dito yung ulo ka. Ikaw. Hindi na. Tubol. Yawa ka, Jeep. Kalimot tamsak di. Grabe. Oh. Uy. Bray, kamusta? Hahaha. Dili ko kabalo mag-stream bray mo na nagkuan-kuan ako video ra ba. Musta man bray, musta? Si balita. Dili lang yung kabalo mag-stream bray. Undang siguro kog bike ani mag-stream na lang ko. Hana jud. Napagyapon ka kay Sir Jake bray. Nakakuan ko ato kay Wibi man siguro ko nakabalo. Pero na mga daghan mga diskarte bre. Sa may kalingawan nimo karon? Dali ra makakita eh. Talented man ka bray, dali ra kay kakakita og diskarte. Jud, yahag jud niya eh. Kogali ani bray, sus kami wibi ani. Ala, survive lang gali gyapon. Ana jud. Basta kuan lang, basta buhi lang ha, mo importante. Nara gyapon ka diri iligan bray. Basta buhi lang. Ah, maayo. Para maingganyo pud ko. Padayon to imong stream. Kay basing muundang kog bike ani, mag-stream na lang ko. Lagi. Nindot lagi nagdula man ko pero dili ko kabalo og kanang pareha bitaw sa inyo mag-studyhan sa nako ng kuan. Katubian nilang errol nga kuan no oh. Ah, ah, paibog na ako ang paibog na ako ang kanang keyboard nga napalit. Lingaw ko sa lingaw ko sa keyboard lagi kay siga-siga ba. Streamlabs, nakatry man ko ng Streamlabs pero kana bitong ako palagi ni upgrade ni Bray para makadaog jud siya baka ng mga gusto lagi kong mo testing ng mga gaming platform lagi sa Facebook ano yung nana ba yung kabalo gud eh. Uy, bossing, kamusta bossing? Testing ko bossing. LS ako ron kay balik na puntag sana MGCQ. Di na punta ka gawas-gawas. Bre kadaog ka ni bre nga kuan bre katong computer bitaw ilahang errol bitaw mao man ni siya katong hulog piso nila baka kaya ka ni bre og kanang mag-stream bre. Tulo na lang din ni bre. Grabe tulo na lang din mi nabilin. Eh, naning ta basing ma swertian ta dire atong swerte sa YouTube. dito.
Penis in Peruvian. Hello, niece and nephew. It's Uncle Roger. Hello, niece and nephew.
Oh, sa asa man na siya busing, sa asa man na siya. Kanang ni apil na ka og kanang mga sub to sub. Wala na ako ka kuan busing. Ako na manggikuha akong computer dito sa tubod. Dinha ako nang gikuha mo na akong gamit diri karon. Lagi di ta ka kuan. Kakinsa man ka nag-a-appeal. Kakinsa nga LS. Dako siya nga kuan busing, dako na siya nga kuan. Tig LS si kuan, sana Bill.
Jason Williams feeds a great bullet inside. Caller got position for a deep jump hook at 5-1 game. Look out. That's the zone sound. Laying it in. Even the Warrior fans are going.
Unsa man siya, sub to sub lang siya de yung kuan. Kuan na busing katong sa ako ang mga saging anak. 20 ka saging.
Williams. Nicely done to Weber. Weber back from the baseline. Yes. 3-on-3. Jason pulls up. Hesitation. Drives in the lane. Behind the shoulder. Left at the right elbow.
Dali ra kayo.
Backs the lane. Beats Weber. Power jam.
Katong ako ang mga sa mga organic na ako diri busing nga mga kuan, mga friend katong ka-watch to watch na ako na wala na, upat na sila ang na-monetize. Duha na lang ni ang wala. Ana jud kapoy jud busing, kapoy jud na.
5.5 minutes. Christie pumps it away. Look at the pass to Stojakovic. You don't do it any better than that.
Upat na sila monetize busing sa among watch to watch. Ambot kay nihinay man karon.
Keeping the Lakers alive. Here's Jason down the lane behind the back feet. 21-15. Oh, pass to Williamson. Oh,
Kadya ako'y type busing. Hatag na lang na ako akong link.
what a play by Wright. Wright.
Dagko jud. Sila nangapaksian man sila pero at least ang upat namo ka member atong 6 man mi ato. Ang upat monetize na sila. i-add lang ko. Lagi ako ani upload lang good. Dayon ambot lang kung
game at the house. You know what I'm saying? That's going down first. After that, straight to the strip club. Asses are on me. You gotta be prepared. You know what I'm saying? It's my birthday. Let's have fun. You feel me? That's my birthday.
I've been chilling on the west side with the G's, with the girls and my bros. Damn.
It's my gangster ass cousin, man.
Really trying to see where it go.
Be a super blood, so turn your hat around. Do that now. Do that. Yeah. Don't say no C words. Whatever you do, whatever you do, do not.
What's cracking, Cornelius? Nigga, what's happening, man?
What up, man?
Happy birthday, buddy. Indeed. Hey, Christopher, pleasure. Christopher, my nigga, good to meet you. Bowing, blood. Mike. All day on Bloods. Hey, man, well, I gotta hear from moms that you celebrating your birthday without me, blood.
My bad, man. I know you.
pila pa busing, pila pa yung watch hour.
We buzzings, homie. We go way back.
Ugani gamay pa hinay ako busing eh. Sige lagi kog ingnan sa katong mga kakuan ako nga mag-ana lagi mag silent LS lang daw ko dayon pag LS kay wala mo ko LS mag-upload ra ko ba. Ya. Hinay lagi kaayo. Pila pa imo nga.
Like birthday bacon bundles, blood. Hey man, where blood from, nigga?
I'm from Seattle.
Oh, you from Seattle? I get it then.
I'm from Seattle. It's Seattle.
Hey, what's up with all the breakfast, blood?
Ako 1K pagali pud kapin.
My bad. That's my fault.
Lagi karon siguro mag-start na ko ng silent LS kay karon GCQ na pud. Magkuan siguro ko pero
Nah, it's always
upload lang gyapon din kuan.
blood.
Isod mo gud kay itong una gud kay wala ko diri kuan.
He gonna make the town red.
Wala ko diri computer.
This now, blood.
Oh, 1K kapin pa ko busing 113 pa ko 13.
What's had the damn run up, blood? I mean, Chris, ride, run up, homie. Ride. What's happening with the letteration, blood? Bar basket? You right? Nope. It's bar basket. My bad. Look, man, I was gonna wear this later, but just had an extra shirt. Always. Yeah, man, you gotta make sure you bump
Hi.
your skin, blood.
Hi.
There you go. There it is. See that? Right. See that? You look nice and bosy now, blood.
Layo na biya busing. Layo na biya lagi padayon lang gud sa swerte ra jud ni kung maswertian maayo kung dili na maayo ra pud.
I'll be safe.
Yeah, how long you been a blood?
I've been a blood all my life. But I'm a regular nigga. I'm like a regular nigga.
Hey, what up,
They
cuz?
real good. They like that.
Baby.
What?
What up, cuz?
Yes. They
Hey.
pushed it.
Yeah, daddy.
To the bass.
I'm gonna leave this right here.
Gotcha. Just make sure y'all don't correct me.
What's bracking, Cornelius? What's happening, blood?
What's up, bro?
Hey, happy birthday, blood. What's happening? Hey, nigga, bounce, blood.
Christopher,
Pleasure, nigga. Bounce, blood. Blood, for sure.
Susi?
I fucked that so simple.
Saturn.
He said, oh,
I'm pushing on home.
but you coming out with us tonight, huh?
My name's Christopher. I'm Bristol.
Green Hills?
Brist for one night.
I don't want to. My mom didn't.
Green Hills?
Blood, we worship
Ambot lang.
Christ.
Silver and gold.
Jesus Christ,
Silver and gold. Oh, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold.
Banging Jesus at the same time, man. You don't eat it until I get back, okay? I'll be right back. You don't eat it until I get back.
Neil, kamusta naman ka diha, Neil? Tambayi sa ayaw kalimot og kuan tamsak diha. Tambayi sa kadyut. Yeah. Hi. Lagi upat daghan po kay kag channel busing kay. Uy, okay ra man na kay mga ninja man na nimo.
Waited?
Butangi kog ninja diri busing be.
Okay, all you have to do is follow
Mga
this
2
right
hours
here.
lang, 2 hours lang. Stihan na tog ninja be.
Okay, where is it at? That's not how it works! My brother has been really bored lately, so I decided let's go out and have a fun day.
Check this fish shape. This is such a weird looking fish. I've never seen anything like this.
Salamat busing. Neil, tambay sa kadyot diha Neil. Dira sa kanil, ayo sa kawa Neil. Neil. Oy, hello Madam Bing. Salamat sa pag-anhi. Hi Madam. Hi Bibi. Ah, Bibi. Oh. Hi. Hi. Na hi.
What's up and welcome
Hi.
to Okinawa, Japan. My name's Luke Martin with ChopstickTravel.com, and today I am in Naha City, Okinawa. So Okinawa is a
Kuan ko
very
busing
tropical island in
LS na ko ron,
Japan,
start
south
dog
of the
LS
main
ron.
islands, but there is a ton of good food here. We are going to be in Japan for the next 4 weeks, exploring all kinds of different places. So today, as I mentioned, we are in Naha Fest right now. There's a really popular place we picked there. So we've now entered into a shopping arcade here
Salamat,
in
Madam
Naha
Bing.
City.
Salamat
Supposedly the
kayo.
restaurant we're looking for is somewhere in the
standby lang
shopping
na.
arcade. So we're trying to find our.
Aw.
Check out these
On.
steaks. That steak there is almost
Dako na sipat kayo
$500.
busing oy.
That was $370.
Sipat
I think we're
kayo.
gonna save it for when
Oo,
we go to
sipat
Kobe.
kistanan. Hindi mo. Sipat kistanan. Ako na yung paspasan og LS siguro. Yung gabi mag-LS pag ko. Ako lang i-silent siya para kuan.
We've got our breakfast today, and that is this here. We've got a onigiri, which is a rice ball, but this is a very special type of onigiri.
Madam Bing, palihog ko og kuan sa ako ang kuan LS. Oo. Para makabalo sila para at least mabut nga nila og kanang ilahang mga kuan warrior. Last time di ay last Sunday sa among ride mo niya ako ang nakuha. Yan no. Mga pasa. Natumba ko last Sunday sa among ride din. Ay dako yung pasa tug sa legs. Oh. So salamat busing. Artistahon man kadong. Ikaduhara ko nimo Nil. Ikaduhara ko nimo.
Look, way different from you. The exact opposite. You feel me? Leaps and bounds
Salamat.
better.
Hey, let's go. Come on. Are you ready? Hi. Are you Angela? Angela. That's cute. I'm Angie. That's a good name. How many chance are you Latina? Yeah, I'm Dominican. You're Dominican. Me? Tú María, tú también. ¿De qué parte? De la Romana y tú. De la Romana también. Hold up. Does our family know each other? Medina. Rodriguez. Okay.
Oh.
That's crazy. What? You remind me so much of
Jet lang guys
myself.
ha.
I used to like look at these sisters. Damn near twins. Crazy. Okay. And I'm gonna let y'all catch y'all. It's cool. It's nice meeting you. You too, Angie. Love. It looks like someone's missing somebody.
No, it's not even like that.
It's just like that.
Pure coincidence. You ready, baby? Huh? To the bags. Yeah. Action. Oh, so you're lonely again, by yourself, without.
It looks like you're the one that's lonely.
Actually, nah. I got somebody new. Way different from you. It's exactly like way different from you.
It looks like someone's missing somebody.
It's not even like that.
It's just like that.
Some airplane is killing us right now. That is fake as fuck to me. My bad. Action. What you doing here, Angie?
What are you doing here?
I'm visiting somebody.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, okay. Right. Alright. Get rid of them and let's go. Alright. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Turn back. All swimmers enter the notch. All swimmers notch.
Take the uniform. Right here.
Ah!
This is the restaurant behind me here. We are in Asakusa, which is an old part of Tokyo. So the restaurant's very cool, kind of old Japanese style building. We were just talking with the owner of the restaurant, and he was showing us a fugu that has already been prepared by the chef for takeaway kind of style. So the poison has actually been removed. You could take this one home and prepare it at home without any worries. So we're going to try, I think, that one as well as a fresh fugu. So we were just checking out the live fugu pufferfish here. Unfortunately, they're quite cute, but very poisonous. Don't let their looks deceive you. We are in the kitchen with the chef. He would have had to do a very rigorous exam in order to be qualified to prepare this fugu poisonous pufferfish. So our life is in his hands, but I trust him. Okay? Okay.
When he cuts, the blood will spray. Not that much, but be careful.
That's the most poisonous part. Okay, so this is the most poisonous part, the liver. So you only need to eat a tiny, tiny bit, and it's too much. So we're standing a little back
Yeah.
to get the splatter zone.
Yeah, blood splatter
Apparently,
can be dangerous.
the blood can be dangerous.
Yeah, this is actually a little bit gory.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
This
there's
is
the eyeballs. This is the sashimi. So the chef is hard at work here. We've been asking him questions. Maybe that wasn't the best idea because he's been answering our questions while cutting, but I'm sure he's an expert. So we were just asking about the way that they actually dispose of the poisonous parts of the fugu, and what he has to do is actually freeze it in a locked box. So he has to lock it with a key, and then he takes it to Toyosu Market, and a specialist will get rid of that poisonous fugu. So this is the most poisonous part right here. The inside's mainly the liver, but some other parts. Check this out. 8,000? Wow. So there's enough poison in the fugu to kill about 8,000 people, or more. Or more than that, even more. Wow, that's intimidating to say the least. So the most important part is to wash the blood thoroughly off of the meat so that it looks like this when it's finished. The chef is finished now. He's cleaned all the poison from the pufferfish. This is called a tiger pufferfish, I just learned, by the way. So actually the skin of this species is not poisonous. However, some are. And look at this. This is the puffer part, the skin of the puffer.
we can eat this.
Okay. Can you ask him how many fugu has he prepared in his life, or a ballpark? He's counting. 33. Wow. So his estimate is about 1,000 actually a year, and he's been doing this for 33 years. So I think we're in good hands. That's 33,000 pufferfish. And now the final step, he is slicing the raw sashimi fugu meat very, very thin, because apparently it's actually got a tough texture, so they like to cut this sashimi extra thin, and he's plating it up. We're going to have the fugu in a couple different ways, but this is the most traditional and popular, which is the sashimi. So what are your thoughts on the preparation of the
Oh
fugu?
man, that was masterfully cut. That was incredible to watch. Although it was gory, it was amazing to see his skill, just, taking it bit by bit apart and so fast and no mistake made. It was incredible.
Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll be fine.
We are sitting down now in the restaurant. We are sitting in this beautiful private room, and the owners have served us 2 types of fugu sashimi. So you can see they look similar, but actually they are different. This one here is the one we just watched the chef prepare. So it's a little bit shriveled up because apparently when you prepare the fresh fugu, the meat actually shrivels. And then we've got some of the skin and some chunks of meat that have been boiled. Over here is one that has been refrigerated in a wet cloth overnight to actually help rehydrate the fugu sashimi. So I am a little bit nervous, but it is time to try the sashimi. It looks really good. So I'm gonna actually try the fresh one first. So you can see that it's paper thin. I've never seen sashimi sliced so thin I could barely pick it up with my chopsticks. And there we have it. I'm gonna actually take one of these green onions and maybe kind of wrap it up. And then we also have a ponzu sauce here that I'll dip it in. There's a couple things in here, some chili and some daikon radish. And let's try the infamous fugu sashimi. The meat has a very interesting texture to it. It's got a lean, almost crunch to it, but at the same time, because it's thinly sliced, so thinly sliced, it's very easy to chew. So you can taste that texture, or feel that texture. The flavor, slightly sweet. I think I have to try one with less of the ponzu sauce. So let me go in and try one of the overnight rehydrated pieces. Look how thin that is. Just this very tiny dip of the ponzu this time, so I can taste that natural flavor. Oh, there is a subtle flavor. It's not ocean, it's not seafood flavor. It's a little bit sweet. It's got that oiliness that kind of just melts in your mouth as you chew it. That is really good, and I think I'm fine. That tastes awesome, better than I expected. So I'm going to try some of this fugu skin now and maybe a piece of the meat together. A little dip in the ponzu. This is pretty interesting. I thought actually before coming here, I was not aware that you could eat the skin. I thought that that was part of the poisonous part of the fugu, but apparently not. A little bit rubbery, but then that chunk of meat is very soft.
She is preparing us right now a nabe, which is sort of like a hot pot. There's vegetables inside. We have the fugu meat inside, and it is cooking up, and she is helping us prepare it. And she's actually given me a little piece of the meat, a really thin cut of it, and I've put it in the ponzu sauce, and I'm going to give it a try while it cooks. Oh wow, that meat's actually very delicate, very soft, really good. The flavor's coming from that ponzu sauce, but the meat has an incredible texture.
I also have some of the nabe, but this is a different cut of meat. So this is got some bone, and apparently the longer you boil it with the bone, the more flavor that's released. It's all with a little bit of broth and some ponzu, and then a big chunk of tofu. So let me try to break off a piece of tofu if I can, and then maybe break off some of this meat. Oh, there's a lot of bone. Let's try tofu with the hot pot fugu. It's delicious with that ponzu sauce. Citrusy. This is much better than I had expected. The flavors are really delicious.
Luke really talked up this fugu sashimi, so it is my turn to try. Going for a nice thin slice without any onions. Dip it in a little bit of sauce. Here goes. Yeah, super fresh. All I can taste is freshness.
Our third and final fugu dish is a beautiful plate of fried fugu karage and a little bit of lemon on top. And this stuff looks so crispy. Very, very crispy. I'm just going to go in with my fingers. There's not as much meat. Oh, there we go. Wow. You think it's going to be like fried chicken because it's similar taste on the outside, just that oily, deep fried crunchiness. But then the soft fugu meat inside. This is probably the softest preparation of the meat. Maybe too soft. It's not mushy, but it's very fall apart. Not as much texture as a sashimi. I'd have to say I love the sashimi, my favorite. Finish up with our fugu meal. That was absolutely delicious. Much better than I had anticipated. Honestly, that's going to be one of the best fish I've ever tasted. I definitely recommend when you come to Japan to try it out. It's not as scary as we may have made it seem, but I think we've lived to tell the tale. Don't try that at home though.
Hola from Portugal. We are in Matosinhos, a town nearby Porto. We are at Conservas Pinhais, which is one of the oldest preserving factories here in Portugal, and one of the few that still can sardines the traditional artisanal way. Today we're going to learn how this small fish got such a big cult following. We're going to see how sardines are canned here at Pinhais and taste a few to understand what sets this artisanal method apart. If you travel to Portugal, chances are you will come back home with an array of souvenirs in the shape of sardines. And during the country's festivities in June, 13 sardines are eaten every second. The country has a long fish canning tradition, to the point that the sardine has become a national icon. But why?
Em Portugal, nós temos uma costa mediterrânea que é muito grande, em que o peixe mais importante, mais famoso e com mais qualidade, com mais sabor é a sardinha. E, portanto, aí deu origem ao aparecimento da doce com cerveja.
Canning itself did not originate in Portugal. It was a French confectioner, Nicolas Appert, who first successfully preserved foods with the method. He found his way to fame in the early 1800s after presenting his inventions to French Emperor Napoleon, who was looking for a new food preserving method to feed his army. After Appert's discovery was made public, canning quickly became popular. We pushed hard for the country to jump on the trend, and by 1925, it counted about 400 canneries.
Agora, quando foi a Segunda Guerra, os alemães e os ingleses, aí exportou-se muito o movimento de indústria conserveira muito grande.
An important fishing port already, Matosinhos became a hub for the canning industry.
Em Matosinhos, anos atrás, havia 50 fábricas de sardinhas. Empregavam à volta 6.000 funcionários. Portanto, era uma zona industrial. Aqui o Porto de Pesca de Matosinhos tinha 200 barcos que pescavam sardinhas. Atualmente tem 20 barcos. Existem atualmente 2 fábricas de conserva em Matosinhos. Portanto, está a ver que a zona industrial passou a ser uma zona habitacional do sul. Portanto, a indústria acabou.
After the war, the industry gradually declined. In 2013, Portugal counted only 20 fish preserving factories. Many factors contributed to this decline. The replacement of high-quality ingredients with cheaper raw material, climate change, fishing regulations due to diminishing stock, and the automation of the canning process. Founded in 1920, Pinhais is one of Portugal's last surviving preserving factories.
O avô, meu tio, meu pai também trabalhou aqui, fundaram essa casa. Todo o processo artesanal, tradicional. Os trabalhadores é como se fosse uma família. E temos aqui uma geração de pessoas, são os avós, as mães, as filhas. Portanto, é uma família completa. Aqui, por exemplo, na fábrica de Pinhais, mantemos o processo desde 1920. Aqui trabalham 103, entre mulheres e 23 homens. Nós temos uma capacidade produtiva diária à volta de 300 caixas, mais ou menos. Fazemos 30 mil latas por dia. Se comparar a uma indústria, uma fábrica industrializada, faz 1000 caixas por dia, 100.000 latas por dia. Agora, em termos de qualidade, não tem comparação possível.
Pinache makes 4 types of canned sardines. Sardines in olive oil, sardines in tomato sauce, spiced sardines in olive oil, and sardines in spiced tomato sauce. We followed the making of sardines in tomato sauce and the spiced sardines in olive oil. These are the fresh sardines that have arrived this morning from Matosinhos Harbor, and the canning process will take place in one day. So everything is going to be finished by 5 p.m. this afternoon. All the sardines are going to be tinned. Now it's time to go and see how sardines are actually canned here at Pinache. After the sardines arrive at the factory, they are placed on a marble table, and the head and the bowel of the fish are cut off by hand. Then they are brined for about half an hour. The sardines are placed on grids that are handmade by Signor Albino in his workshop at the factory. Then the sardines are rinsed to remove salt and steamed.
Portanto, todas essas etapas, e um dos segredos está nisso é que prepara-se a sardinha, como as firmas faziam, a maior parte delas coziam a sardinha dentro da lata, quer dizer que a gordura e a umidade da sardinha fica na lata. E se a sardinha for cozida em grelhas, ao arrefecer, escorre essa gordura e essa umidade. Portanto, ao serem enlatadas na fase posterior, a qualidade é muito melhor.
All the ingredients are cut during the day and handed by hand, one by one. Each can of spiced sardines has 1 pinch of black pepper, carrot, laurel, piri-piri, clove, and cucumber. Signora Emilia is in charge of the tomato sauce, and she keeps her recipe secret. The fish are canned in tin plate tins, then washed and sterilized. These are the only 2 machines at the factory. These 2 ladies are in charge of quality control. They do that by listening carefully to the sound of each tin. This is the sound of a good tin, and this is a bad one. Tins are stored for at least 3 to 6 months. Whenever a customer submits an order, the cans are drafted by hand, which, by the way, is not an easy job, as I had the chance to draft a can myself.